Typically, review period is determined by the type of the item, or let me call it as profile of the item. What do you mean by that? It's about the value and the consumption level. See, if you are ordering something which is a very high value, either as a unit value or as a consumption, then it requires tighter review. It's a matter of managerial control. So for such kind of items, 15 days may be a good idea. If it is of medium value and medium consumption, then one can review it once in a month, sort of. And if it is a low value or low consumption and so on, it may be reviewed once in 2 months or a quarter. So these are thumb rules. One can bring our own understanding of the problem at hand, the nature of the item, and fix the review period. So that answers the when part of it. Now the question is how much. So to answer the how much question, we need to factor in the demand uncertainty. There are two things which come to our mind always moment you talk of probability, moment you talk of uncertainty. Immediately we talk about mean and standard deviation, right? So in this case also, we need information on mean of the demand, let me call it as mu, and standard deviation of the demand, let me call it as sigma. Now, I have said per unit time. What I mean is, I might know the mean of the demand per week. I may also know the standard deviation of the demand on a weekly basis. So let's say some unit time like weekly or daily or whatever. Then the third information that we need is what is the level of protection we need, because we are going to go out of stock because of uncertainty. Suddenly the demand may surge. So let's call it as alpha. Alpha equal to 98 or 0.98 means I want to make sure that 98% occasions I will never go out of stock. So moment we have these three information, we may be better off to actually make the decision. So here is this cute looking normal distribution. We are so familiar with this. Business thrive on normal distribution. So we have it here, and this is the mean. So in our case, when you say mean, we are talking about mean of the demand. This is the area covered by the curve. This is going to be 50%, half. It stretches from minus infinity to plus infinity. This is the standard deviation. Spread is the standard deviation. Suppose, let's say alpha is 95%. So what are we saying now? We are now drawing a line and saying the line is drawn in such a way that the area covered in this curve is going to be 95%. In other words, we are saying I want to shift this vertical line from this point to this point. In other words, probability distribution basic theory says when you operate at the mean, at the center, you operate with zero standard deviation. So when you move to the right, you move to the extent of k standard deviations, correct? Plus k, you move this side, and minus k standard deviations, we are moving on this side. So essentially, for an alpha of 95%, we want to know what is the value of k. And moment we know k, we can actually multiply it with standard deviation and then do our calculation. So standard normal tables will be able to give us this information, or if you go to Microsoft Excel, you will be able to get this information. So that is what you see here in this figure. We are saying that at the middle k equal to 0, but I want a greater level of protection, maybe 95%, so I want to know what is this k. Once I know the k, I will multiply it with standard deviation of the demand. That will give me what additional stock that I should keep to protect myself from shortages. So that is exactly the notion of safety stock. So let's do a step-by-step enumeration of what are we supposed to do. Step 0, let's decide on the level of protection. Could be 95% or whatever. And we should know the current inventory position, because remember, then only we know how much to order. Then comes step 1. And what do? We calculate the mean of the demand during lead time and standard deviation. So remember, I said mu is the demand during unit time. So unit time can be, let us say, a week. Now review period is 15 days. So let's say R equal to 2 weeks. and lead time is also 2 weeks, let us say, or 4 weeks, whatever, then we need to get the demand not for week but for 4 weeks. So that is what is being indicated here. You calculate the mean of the demand, I call it as MD. We also need to calculate the standard deviation of the demand during that lead time. So that is given by this formula, which is nothing but standard deviation per unit time times the square root of this number R plus L. So step 1 is to calculate MD and SD. So now let's go to step 2. So now we have MD and SD. We also have alpha. Therefore, we can calculate K. And how do you calculate K? You just feed this function into, let's say, Microsoft Excel. In other words, we will use a function called norm, S for standard normal variate actually. We want the inverse of it. We will say 0.95 and feed this, it will return a number. That number is going to be K. Actually it will be 1.645 for 95% and so on. So use something like Microsoft Excel, calculate this number, you will get K. Once you have K, we already have calculated SD, therefore safety stock is K times SD. So that is step 2. Then we do step 3, we calculate the capital S, which is the order up to level, which is simply the summation of the mean demand during lead time, which is called MD, and the safety stock, which is SS. We just now calculated that. That is step 3. And once you know S, once you know what is the current inventory position, we know how to order. It is simply a difference between S and IP. Graphically, I showed this, so we need to do something of this kind. So here is an example. Mean weekly demand is 200. Remember, this unit time is week. Everything is now in week. Review period is 2 weeks. Lead time is another 2 weeks. We want a 95% protection. Let's say we are reviewing on 16th April. Obviously, we need to decide how much to order. When to order is already decided, which is 16th April and then 1st of May, maybe 15th, 16th of May and so on, because review period is 2 weeks. Step 0, which is alpha. Alpha is already there. And let's say that we have on hand inventory of 475. Let's say we actually went and found out and it turns out to be that inventory on hand plus inventory on order put together is 475. So now we need to calculate the mean demand during lead time. Remember, this is mu, this is sigma, this is R and this is L. So we just plug everything in. So we have 200 times 2 plus 2, which makes it 800. Then we plug in here, sigma turns out to be 40 times square root of 2 plus 2, which turns out to be 2 anyway. So we get a number 80, right? Then as I told you, you can plug this into Microsoft Excel, and if you plug it into Microsoft Excel, you will get a value 1.645. There are standard tables available in books also, you can look at it, but anyway, it's available in Excel. So now we can compute this. We know that SD is 80, K is 1.645. So one calculates the safety stock, which turns out to be 131.6. Let me approximate it to the nearest integer. I mean, it's just an approximation I'm doing. Technically, it is 131.6. I just round it up to 132. So now we have all the numbers. We can plug that into S. MD is 800 and safety stock is 132. Therefore, our capital S turns out to be 932. So 932 is the roof. You can go only up to that. So now on 16th of April, what should I do? How much should I order? S is 932. On hand inventory is 475, which is what we just now estimated. We have perhaps an ERP system which is telling us this number, which is the inventory position. Therefore, what I will end up ordering would be 457. I will place an order for 457, which will take 2 weeks to arrive, and that's how this decision is made. I will take a similar decision when I go to 1st of May and so on.